Okay, we have our bell work here, and we're going to substitute in -2. So -2 to the -3. And I guess we better solve for x. So I'll subtract 8 from both sides, and I'll get 2x is equal to 8, and I'll divide both sides by 2, and I'll have x is equal to 4. So that's necessary. I have -2 out in front of the parentheses x. X is 4. If I have minus a minus, maybe I'll better just write that in there like this, just to avoid confusion. And then I guess I have one question for you as you finish that. If I had, well, let's say I had 7 to the -2, that would be the same thing as 1 over 7 to the +2, or 1 over 49. Okay? And if I had 1 over, I don't know, 7 to the 2 to the 3, well, let's see. This is what comes of trying to make up stuff at the last minute. Let's just say this. Then what we really have is 5 to the 2, and that's 25. Okay, so those are my examples. Just something to think about as you proceed with that problem. These have nothing to do with the problem. They're just examples. If twice a number is increased by 5, if twice a number is increased by 5, and this sum is multiplied by -3, the result is, so you can go ahead and finish that. Expand using the distributive property. Okay, so maybe I'll do the second one this time. It's both of them, but we get something, and then minus the x squareds cancel. X squared on the top, x squared on the bottom. The x squareds are gone. The y to the 0 is hardly worth mentioning, it's 1. The p to the 0 is not worth mentioning, that's 1. I have y, no, I don't have any y's. The y's are gone. I have p, and let's see, I have m to the -2 on the bottom here, and m to the +2 on the top. So that's going to be 2, take away a negative, so it's going to be to the 4th. And there's nothing left on the bottom because the x squared canceled. There was really no y. Okay, so that's the second part. I guess I could put it over 1 if I wanted to, but you fill in the first part. Solve for x and y. Okay, so remember, first of all, let's add 3y to both sides down here, and we'll say 2x plus y is equal to 7, and x plus 3y is equal to 11 now. And then we have our choice of what we're going to do. We could say, we could multiply this line. This is probably the easiest way, is to multiply this line by 2, maybe a -2, and then add it to the top line, and that would get rid of our x's, and you could solve for y. Or you could multiply the top line by -3. You could say that, but either way, that would be a good start. And then that's elimination. I guess you could substitute as well if you wanted to. You could take this and plug it in where you see the x, and then you wouldn't have any x's anymore. You just have y's. So if you wanted to do that, substitute for x. Either way, substitution, elimination. There are other things, but those are the best choices.